Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and new data shows that former President Donald Trump could win the 2024 presidential election in an electoral college blowout. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, please follow that address in the lower right-hand corner. It's youtube.com/@explainamerica. And when you get there, please hit subscribe absolutely free. It really helps us out. CNN data guru Harry Enton has been on top of this campaign from the beginning. This matchup between first Joe Biden and Donald Trump, and now Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. And the whole way it's been Kamala Harris and Trump, he said it's neck and neck. It's too tight. It's too close to call. They have no idea who's going to win this thing. But now the clouds are starting to part a little bit. He's looking into it. He's seeing some things. And here's what he's seeing. He's seeing that if the trends follow the 2020 line, if the polling errors are the same as they were in 2020, then not only does Donald Trump win this thing, but he wins it in an electoral landslide against Harris, carrying all the Great Lakes states, plus North Carolina, plus Nevada. It could be an absolute blowout. And I tend to think, from what I hear, what I see, the vibe, they have to say vibes, the vibe I'm getting from people, I don't see how Harris could pull this off. Now, I could be totally wrong. I could be so far off here. Who knows, right? But I'm usually pretty good at this. And, I mean, even in a nonpartisan fashion, not even thinking about what I want to happen, which is I want Trump to win, but not even thinking of that. It just feels like that's what's going to happen. When you look and you listen, you talk to people, you hear what they're saying, you look at how people think the country's going. And Kamala Harris has said herself, she wouldn't change anything from what Joe Biden did. She's just an extension of him. I want you to watch what he says here and let me know what you think in the comments.
Feel that these numbers would actually stick.
Okay, so I consistently say this race is too close to call. So I decided to go back through history, okay? And this to me says everything. How much do the state poll averages miss by? All right? The average error since 1972 in the close races in those battleground states we've been looking at, 3.4 points. 3.4 points. Every single state, all 7 of those key battleground states are within 3.4 points. What's the chance for an even larger error? You know, we talk about the margin of error, right? So what is that 95% confidence interval? What is that true margin of error? 5% of errors in state polling averages are off by more than 9.4 points. These battleground states are well within that. I want you to remember this number, because the bottom line is this race is going to be too close to call almost certainly all the way till Election Day. It's definitely going to be within this interval, and it's most likely going to be within this interval. So the bottom line is the state polling averages tell us, what it tells us is it's just a race that is too close to call. Maybe one candidate has a slight advantage over the other one, but the bottom line is it is way too close to call, and it will remain so.
Superimpose all of this really important information that you just gave us on the electoral map.
Yeah, okay. So let's say the polls are exactly right. If the polls are exactly right, Kamala Harris gets 276 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 262 because she carries those Great Lake battleground states despite losing North Carolina, Georgia, and Arizona. But let's say we have a polling miss like we had in 2020. What happens then? Well, then Donald Trump wins the election in a blowout with 312 electoral votes because he carries all these Great Lake battleground states, plus Nevada, plus the other states he was leading in, Arizona, North Carolina, and Georgia. But 2020 is just one election. What happens if we have a polling miss like 2022? Well, in that particular case, now